Hi. Hi. uh, so, I want to make a video about salad. I'm eating a salad right now, and my body's happy about it. My bloodstream is telling me, thank you. I appreciate you eating this, full of all those different chemical substances that are essential for cells to rebuild, for alkalinity to circulate throughout your bloodstream, to nourish and hypercharge your cells, for your sleep to become deeper, for the way your mind works to become much more amplified, concentrated, receptive, harmonious. And I want to mention that many people that get into 811 are very into fruit, and fruit is amazing. It's by all means like next level. But I've got to say as well, kale, spring mix, celery. I can't talk about celery enough. Just through eating celery, you can introduce liquid sodium into your body, which starts nourishing your bones and then starts nourishing other aspects of you. Whereas, let's say, like eating grains or acidic things that pull calcium from your bones, because when acid is in the body has to compensate in some way, and usually the compensation is calcium being pulled from the bones, because calcium is a very alkaline mineral. So celery has got us on calcium and calcium, iron, magnesium, I believe so. And what is also fucking cool is that when you look at it, it kind of looks like a forearm, or it looks like a shin. Like, it's just like, oh, yes, we're friends, we look alike, we hang out together. Oh, are you gonna go to that party with celery? Yeah, I am. I've got celery here. Like, this is celery. Yeah. So I just was feeling really good from the salad. I put some organic brown rice, miso, and so it's a mix of brown rice and organic soybeans and apple cider vinegar and a little bit of ketchup. And the kale has a good flavor, and the celery has a really good flavor and texture, and the spring mix is pretty cool. I really miss dandelion greens. When I eat them, my body feels really good, and the more you eat fresh food, the more you like get into a meditation of testing your own boundaries and experiences, the more you learn, the more you take into your experiential toolkit to grow from and to take profound information so that you can learn and build a brighter and more prepared tomorrow. By all means, I do have days where I won't eat greens for like a week, and then I'll eat greens and I'll be like, oh my god, my body is like screaming with life. And when I was in Hawaii last year, I got to see a lecture at the Honolulu Vegetarian Society from someone that had been vegan for like 60 years. He was like a 75-year-old man. He was explaining that leafy greens have about 85 85 to 95% of what the human body needs. And just through eating a wide variety of leafy greens actually pretty much like covers so many avenues of what humans need to be eating. And if you really think about it, how often are people from Western society eating like very profound, fresh, right off the ground, organic leafy greens and eating them without like adding a whole bunch of dressing type of stuff that would like completely negate the nutrition from their salad? I don't often see that many people like getting excited about eating giant fresh farmers market salads. I usually see people getting excited about candy and hamburgers and food that's like quite acidic and almost not meant for humans to be eating. So add some salad to your lifestyle. And one way I like to look at salad greens and different varieties is you start out with one. It's like an experiment. You test it out. Like when I first started eating organic romaine, it was kind of bitter and kind of unique and strange. But over time, you grow a relationship and a connection. You, in a sense, build a friendship with this leafy green. And I like to think of leafy greens as friends. Like the personality of dandelion greens versus the personality of parsley is quite different. Dandelion greens are very, very bitter, but after eating them, I feel much more of a profound support from them than I do with, let's say, parsley. Like, in my opinion, dandelion greens are the most nutritious, and my body, like, my body gets into, like, some type of a trance by the amount of cellular support I feel, and I can pretty much feel it cellularly. Like, I can feel it in my digestive system, where I'm just feeling so nourished on this primal level, and it comes to me through mental clarity, through thought process, through harmony and or compassion towards others, and like internal compassion towards myself. The personality of spinach versus Mizuna. Mizuna is a little bitter. It's awesome though, it's got good fiber. Spinach is cool, it's got good fiber. And spinach, I used to be a little upset about spinach because I thought it had too much oxalic acid, but it's mainly only the varieties that come from Italy, like the old varieties, which the US doesn't have a lot of old Italian varieties. Yeah, but I used to not eat kale for like 2 or 3 years, and now I'm eating it and I'm just chewing it proper enough, and my body loves the fiber, and lately kale has been the rave for me. Like, I was almost religiously against kale for the mainly dino kale because of how much cellulose there is. It's so dense, and if you don't chop it up, your capacity to absorb its nutrition without the cellulose blocking it or trapping it in is very, very low. But lately I've been chopping it up, including the stems. I really like the stems. And then I'll add like apple cider vinegar, apple cider vinegar and or lemon, and a little bit of tamari, Lately I've been really wanting to make a date dressing. I should do that. And, ooh, persimmon dressing. Yeah. Mainly it's apple cider vinegar or lemon, and I like adding dulse or some type of seaweed. You can get seaweed that has low mercury, seaweed that's been tested to the point where it has less mercury than a lot of foods that you could eat that come from land that would be containing mercury. Yeah. Okay, well, very, very nice talking with you. I hope you're happy. I hope you enjoy this video. I hope I've inspired you to eat some salad. I'm gonna take a bite for you. Okay, here's a chunky kale with some celeron. And the more you eat simple, the more you don't need to make like complex, elaborate dressings. The more your body's just satisfied with eating simple leafy greens with like their own flavor, even. But miso is a nice alternative dressing as well. Good day, happy sleep, good night.